Hi Sagittarius, happy birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic crossbred as always, and also pulled the 4 agreements, Wisdom, Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Right, we have Neptune, and Neptune actually is in Pisces, has been for quite some time, and for you guys, Pisces is your 4th house of home, roots, family. 11, so 11th house energy for you guys is actually Libra, and still some energy in Libra. We have Venus will be there for the first few days of December before it moves into Scorpio, but generally speaking, 11th house points to friendships, groups, hopes and wishes, and of course we have the South Node there as well. And we have Cancer, so for you guys, Cancer energy is your 8th house, and 8th house points to death, rebirth, intimacy, and investments as well. And astrologically speaking, that's pretty quiet as well, although I will say toward the end of December, there will be a full moon in Cancer, so you could see those themes pop up in your life around that time as well. Alright, so moving on to the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the King of Cups, Scorpio energy, and challenging that, we have the 5 of Swords, Aquarius energy. So what I'm seeing with these two things here, to me, says that there is someone that you feel like you can't trust within your environment, possibly even multiple people. But because of that, I feel like this is saying that you're really withdrawn right now. I feel like you're observing them. I feel like, again, like I said, I feel like you are aware that you can't necessarily trust these people, but you're not necessarily taking action on it. I feel like this is just saying that you're more withdrawing and being careful what you say around them. So let's say if it's a work environment thing, just as a generic example, right? And you discuss these ideas that you have at work with coworkers, and then mysteriously all of a sudden you hear that idea get proposed to your boss, but not by you, right? So it could just be one of those types of dynamics there where you're like, okay, I know, can't necessarily trust this environment that I'm in, but rather than, outwardly act toward them, I'm just going to withdraw and observe. All right, in the foundation position, we have the Fool. So because of this could have you just wanting to step into a new opportunity altogether, right? So like I said, again, just using a work example as a generic theme, it could be one of those things where like, okay, the work environment I'm in right now is toxic, right? So in the meantime, let me start looking for other opportunities elsewhere. All right, past position, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is Pisces energy here. And to me, this is that at one point you probably did feel like you could trust these people. You're probably very open with them, right? So that could be where the main disappointment comes into play too, right? Where you are open with someone, you do feel like you can open up and trust them. And then they show you that that was a mistake, right? So that could be something you're looking back on now with some regret. All right, in the present position, we have the Queen of Pentacles, so Capricorn energy here. And to me, this says that in some way, this is related to finances in some capacity. So even if it's not just directly a work-related thing, there does seem to be finances tied into the situation somehow. And to me, I'm seeing this as you basically, again, like I said, I feel like you have an escape plan from the situation already, but you're just not, you're being very tight-lipped about it. So that's primarily what I'm seeing there. This represents you guys, for example, saving up your money, right? So like I said, if you're going from a current job to a new job, you're like, all right, let me just save up my money for a bit so that way I can leave, go to the next place. And knowing that, it might be a few weeks to get your first paycheck from the new place, you're just trying to be strategic about it. All right, and in the near future position, we have the Six of Swords. So yeah, to me, this represents that in the near future, you will actually take that action to move away from the situation. So I feel like this is saying that, again, like I said, rather than stoop to their level, right, and engage in the same petty conflicts, things like that, and gossip and things along those lines. I feel like this is saying that you're just going to quietly distance yourself from the situation. All right. In the position of your influence in a situation, we have the King of Swords. So Aquarius energy here. To me, this says you're confident in your decision, right? So I feel like this is saying that you feel like, okay, I really thought it through, right? I really observed to make sure I wasn't misunderstanding something, right? Making sure that I wasn't seeing the situation unclearly. You reach that point of where you do feel confident that no, I am seeing the situation clearly, and then you're acting decisively from there. Okay, in the environment position, we have the Tower. So yeah, normally you would not want to see this card come up in your spread, but given that this is in the environment here, and given what we were just talking about, I feel like this is saying that would someone in your environment potentially be able to bring a Tower moment? Absolutely, but given how it looks like you're being so strategic here, I feel like this is more pointing to you basically causing a Tower moment for them by removing yourself from the situation. All right, in Hopes or Fears position, we have the Lovers. So yeah, to me, when I get more anything with this, well, this is the Major Arcana card for Gemini, which is the opposite sign. So maybe for some of you, going through all this drama is heavy, hoping for like a solid relationship to turn to, right? But more than anything, I feel like this is saying that you just want peace, you want calm, right? And you want to know that things are being worked out behind the scenes on your behalf rather than you having to directly try to administer karma to someone. Right, and in the outcome position, we have the Five of Cups. So yeah, this is usually an energy of disappointment. So to me, what I'm seeing with this primarily, right, I don't always interpret this card in this way, but we see the Three Cups already spilled, right? And if you think of the Three of Cups, it's a celebratory energy. Sometimes it looks like gathering with either friends or siblings, things along those lines, right? So to me, this could be looking back on, like I said, it looks like this was a situation, whether it be a group of people, a single person, whatever the case may be, that you did trust them at a certain point. So I feel like this is you looking back at the disappointment there about that situation falling apart. But to me, those two cups behind that are saying that, you know, you could definitely take your time to grieve and process that, but just know that things are already being replenished in the meantime. So it will be a loss. You'll process that, but you're going to be reassured that you will get everything you lost and then some in the near future. All right, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Cups. So yeah, this usually, of course, people tend to think of love relationships with this similar to the Lover's card, so it certainly could be that for some of you. But more than anything, I feel like this is pointing to a meeting of the minds. So whether that is within a romantic connection, a new friendship, right, a new work environment, if this was around a toxic work environment you've been leaving behind. And timing wise, like I said, we did see the Cancer energy come up in your dice, and there's going to be that full moon in Cancer toward the end of December. So that could be pointing to the timeline when you start to feel this energy. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Always Do Your Best, and it says take action without expecting a reward. All right, it says do your best and take the action because you love it, not because you expect the reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action, and you can even receive greater rewards than you imagined. So, interesting message there, because I didn't necessarily see anything other than purity within your actions within this situation. But this could just be pointing to moving forward, for example, right? So maybe if you, because of the situation you've gone through, maybe you feel closed off even if you enter into a new situation, right? So it could just be saying, in that regard, to not feel like it's going to be a repetitive cycle for you guys and to try to be more open and trusting as you move through the new situation, right? Kind of like what we were talking about with the Lovers, with things being worked out behind the scenes. And just trust that, once you do remove yourself from that toxic environment, you could be more open moving forward. All right. Moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card. We have exchanging gifts. There's the artwork. And the number is 27. Fitting to see a card like this come up for December, given that in almost every culture there's going to be some kind of holidays coming up this time of year. But we'll see what it says. Central meanings says the law of giving and receiving, currency, trade-offs, weighing cost, and determining value. The Oracle's message: you're entering into a productive and enriching time when all manner of opportunities are being offered to you. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time, exchange your experience and skills, and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have what it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must engage in a dance of give and take, push and pull, doing and being. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not a time of just do, do, do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value others bring to your life. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. And again, like I said, I feel like this is more pointing to once you do remove yourself from the toxic environment that you might currently be in. I feel like this is saying that as you move into that new environment, you can come into it with a fresh energy, with more of a openness and trust. All right, the relationship message says love is an exchange of life force energy between two beings. It grows exponentially when it's reciprocated. You must give and receive in order for love to flourish and abundance to flow between you. Spirit wants you to start accepting all the blessings waiting for you, as well as offer the same gift in return. Open your heart and allow it to be filled. Let love in and let it flow out of you, too. Love is truly yours today. So yeah, definitely a positive message here as well, especially if it is in a romantic context, seeing lovers and also the Two of Cups. That looks like a fresh energy there as well. Okay, the prosperity message says all your hard work and efforts, your commitment to learning, creating, and spending your time wisely pay off in ways you may not have been anticipating. The gifts of yourself, your time, your ideas, and the energy of your intentions are being reciprocated by the universe, which is sending you signs and signals, aligning synchronistic meetings and opportunities to bring you success and more. Everything is an exchange. Keep doing what you're doing. Goodwill comes back tenfold. So yeah, the goodwill comes back tenfold to me is really what stuck out to me with that message, because we were talking about, like I said, as you move out of this toxic environment where you might have been taken advantage of in some way, we were talking about how, yeah, it's human nature to grieve that, right? With the 3 spilled cups. What I was saying with the 2 cups is I interpreted that as whatever you lost will be replenished and then some as you move forward. So once you are done processing the loss, you'll start to see those things being replaced. Okay. Lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's Chonmukha Mukha mudra. The keyword for it is cooperation. Alright, and yeah, I can't really fit everything in the frame, so what I'll do is hold it up here for a second. If you want to pause it and take a screenshot to read what it has to say. And then we'll get everything else in the frame. Okay, but under benefits, it says calms the mind, ignites feelings of devotion, balances solar and lunar energies in the body, harmonizes apana and prana values, used in yoga therapy to aid cancer treatment and healing of autoimmune diseases. So if that sounds like a mudra thing to be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name in the description of the video as always. Once again, happy birthday. Hope you guys have a good holiday season, and I'll see you guys next year. All right, bye.